This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Randall versus Tichenour. You all have been together for about a year, but you all are contemplating a massive move together to a different state. You're gonna uproot your lives. But that has been put on halt because of allegations of cheating. Miss Randall, tell me why you're here.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so I'm here today because I need clarification. Okay. Me and Aaron have been together. I love him very dearly, but I feel like it's some fishy stuff going on, and I don't have time for it. So I need clarification today. I believe that he's cheating. Okay. I believe that he got something going on with somebody else, and I'm not having it. So I need to know today.
So what does that feel like?
It feels terrible. I'm royal. I feel like he's royal, but you're losing it. You're acting like a peasant. And you're doing too much. I don't have time for it.
So you're a queen and you're expecting a king.
Yes.
And you're not getting it right now.
No, I'm getting a peasant.
I think she explained it.
I think I got a picture. Mr. Tichenour, why aren't you being her king?
Well, I am her king, and I'm here to get my queen back and trying to get our trust back. Just false allegations throwing our balance off. She's not trusting me. So I'm just here to tell everyone that I am truthful and I'm not lying.
So what are these allegations doing to your relationship?
We're business partners as well, so it's hard for us to work together, and the chemistry is off.
We know something about chemistry being off.
We work together, and
yeah, it's awkward, you know.
So you all are not only not making love, y'all not making money either.
No, and it's breaking away.
If you find that Mr. Tichenour is in fact cheating, not only do you lose your love relationship, you potentially lose this business relationship.
Yes, Your Honor. I can't be with a cheater. What are you doing? Why are you flipping the switch now?
I'm not flipping no switch.
Okay, you're flipping a lot of switches.
There's no light switch I touched.
All right.
Okay.
How did you two get together?
Okay, so it's a big hair show here in Atlanta. And I just bought a ticket on the whim, like, let me check it out. You know, it's artsy. I love art and stuff. So I went and I saw him, you know, he was modeling. He was real cool. He stood out. You know, his energy was just lit to me.
He stood out?
Yes. So I went over to him and I was talking to him and he made me laugh off bat. Like, he's just silly. And I found out that he has his own, like, jewelry line, or, like, he was looking to, you know, do choker lines and different stuff like that, and I design as well.
So, Mr. Tichenour, did you know she was checking you out?
I mean, I saw her look, and I thought she was trying to creep on me for a second, but...
When you say creep on you, what do you mean?
You know, I felt like she was just watching. I was like, maybe she's just looking because she's interested in how I look.
Yeah, because you kind of got this whole, you got a Prince, Bruno Mars, Morris Day vibe coming.
Thanks.
I'm checking you out
Thanks,
too. I'm like, okay, you got a whole kind of 80s thing. That's me and Mr. Colors decade right there, the 80s. Yeah, so I'm 24 karat. Okay, go ahead, look.
We kept up with each other, and then a year later, you know, we started to date.
What made you fall in love with her?
I loved how artsy she is and her mindset. And then through that, me getting to know her, I got physically attracted to her. And also, I'm bisexual, and she was understanding that, and she accepted me for who I was.
So it sounds like a beautiful thing. I mean, you're vibing at an art level, at a friendship level, at a love level. You all in business together. How are you here?
We wanted to move together, like do things together. And so we thought that Miami would be a great place to start over, you know, start fresh. So he was like, yo, I go down there, check out some little areas, check out a place for us to maybe, you know, move in together. I got a couple friends down there that I know. Okay. So, you know, I didn't think of it. Okay, cool. So he goes down there and he comes back. Now, when he comes back, energy is just strange. After that, you know, I'm trying to be a good girlfriend, you know. I go, you know, go to do his laundry, open up his suitcase, and this is what I find. Some panties.
Oh! But why does she still have those pants?
Because, okay.
Well, hold on. So panties mean women's panties?
Yeah.
All right, and they weren't yours.
No, okay, so I thought that maybe he got them for me. I'm like, oh, that's a cute gesture. You know, you got me some underwear and blah, blah, blah. But then I look in the seat of them and they were worn and torn.
Oh my God. She still has the worn, torn underwear.
Whatever.
So these were not new panties?
No, and so I sniffed them too and they were not.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
All right, yeah.
Wait a minute. If it didn't have a tag, you just had to presume. You ain't got to sniff them.
She trying to be an FBI agent. You're artsy.
So you think something's going on?
Yeah, I know something's going on.
You believe
I know something's going on, so I threw them right in his face. You can smell them too. You cannot act like these are for me or, You know what I'm saying? He
Which
had a
was
bogus.
very rude.
Well, Mr.
She did
Tischner,
throw
I
in
didn't
your
know it was the
face?
panties.
well,
Yeah.
Mr. Tischner, I don't think rudeness is your biggest issue right now. I think your biggest issue is why you came back from a trip with women's panties in your suitcase. Because that's what we call evidence.
Right.
So why did you have this evidence in your suitcase?
Your Honor, I have no idea how the underwear, the panties got in my suitcase. I know when I was traveling, the luggage was handled a lot. Before I left.
He claimed that TSA
Wait,
put
hold
on
on.
your
The-
pants.
the luggage was handled-
Complimentary panties
Miss-
while you're
Please,
traveling.
I
Hold on,
was
Miss
sitting
Ra-
at the bar, I had drinks, I left them, you know, by the front desk.
You have no idea. I'm
I
trying
have
to
no-
piece this
I
together.
feel like someone
understand.
thought that it was their luggage and they put the drawers in the suitcase.
You think the concierge,
I mean, I had some nice suitcases, so I feel like they just want to touch it.
okay, touching is one thing, opening and putting in a pair of used drawers is another.
It sounds crazy, but
It does sound
is
crazy.
crazy.
I'm glad we agree on that, Mr.
Absolutely,
Tischner.
but those, I have no idea about.
Do you
That's-
understand why she's a little bit like, what?
I understand, but as her king, she should trust me.
If I go away on a trip and I come back and Miss Cutler finds some women's panties in my suitcase,
And they not for me and they not brand new, I would investigate. That's what that would be.
Okay.
And I think that that's appropriate here.
Yeah.
So at this time, we would like to bring in private investigator Todd Redding into the courtroom to see if we can further investigate this
These
evidence.
panties.
Ron, would you escort him in?
Yes, John. Todd Redding.
Right. What can you do to test to see if Mr. Tischner was cheating or not?
Your Honor, we can take the underwear and test for traces of male semen.
All right.
We do a simple test on it to determine whether or not the panties give a negative or positive indicator.
Let's do that. Ron, would you grab the evidence and take them to Mr.
Yes, Your
Redding?
and we're going to send you back so you can perform your test, and then we'll call you back in later to see what you determine.
Okay, Your Honor. Be right back.
All right, we about to find out.
We will find out.
What other evidence do you have to think he might be cheating?
I find a picture of him and some girl hugged up, kissed up.
You found it where?
I found it in his phone.
Why were you going through his phone?
A woman's intuition.
All right, that woman's intuition, man.
Do you have a picture?
Yeah, I have the picture. I want to show y'all that. Because I have evidence, honey. When I feel like something ain't right,
You gonna have it.
and I found
Ron,
this.
would you please get that?
Yes, John. Thank you, man.
Let's take a look.
Well, that definitely looks like you, Mr. Tischner.
And you
And not
are,
just hugged up. I mean,
he's grabbing her.
Explain that.
Miss Tischner,
did
can you-
TSA do this?
No, I can explain this.
Please do.
I was at a day party with my realtor, and he brought his friends, right? So that was one of his friends that we brought, and we were drinking. We were in Miami having a good time. I was drunk. It was hot. I was drunk.
You are not buying any of this.
I'm not buying that. He kissing up on that girl's face.
Where's everybody else?
Yeah, I mean, it just
It's
looks
the two
like
of you
you.
all.
You know, it was a stormy day.
It was.
I thought it was sunny.
It was a stormy day.
In my head,
No,
like, it was
this
a
is what I'm
lot.
saying, Your Honor. He lies, and
I'm
he'll bring up
not
a whole bunch
lying.
of crap, and it makes no sense.
So, you are in Miami, you hugged up with some other woman.
Grabbed her
almost
by the butt.
Grinding her against the wall.
Wow, that sounds.
And then you come back from Miami and you've got women's panties in your suitcase.
It's looking all bad. But
It really is.
Really?
I'm
You
telling
think?
you,
Randall, please tell me this is all you have.
It's not.
Oh.
Okay, tell
I
me.
told you I'm a private investigator.
All right, so
I-
what else do you have that supports that he's cheating?
Okay, so I go through his phone and I find this voicemail, and this girl's like, "Hey, I had a good time with you," and she sounds sloppy drunk, so I believe the drunk part was real. And so I went off. I just stormed out. I went off on him and I stormed out. And I want to know, who is this? Is this the panty chick?
I don't know about a voicemail.
I know you
don't know
don't.
what's
Oh,
happening.
okay.
Maybe
Okay.
you're just.
No, maybe you're
Your
just-
head is going crazy right now. But
So who was this woman you had this great time with? Was this the woman in the picture or some other woman?
the woman in the picture is just a friend. I don't have her number. She's
So this was
there
some
at the
other
party.
woman then who left this voicemail
I don't know
message.
about the voicemail, so I can't speak
She
on
just
that.
told you about it.
I'm denying that. I don't know
Yeah.
nothing about the voicemail, Your Honor.
Do you remember getting a voicemail from a woman saying she had a good time
Maybe
with
he
you?
was drunk. He didn't
No,
remember that.
I don't.
I think it was.
I really was drunk that day.
See, he doesn't remember getting that voicemail. So he was drunk. So he doesn't remember how the panties got in. He doesn't remember taking the picture. He doesn't remember the woman calling saying, hey, we had a good time. All that because he was drunk in Miami.
Well, and of course, you don't want to forget that the concierge or TSA, because they don't have enough to do, wanted to put some panties in his luggage.
Because I was at the bar, and
that's what you're going with?
That's the truth.
He's lying. He's lying, and I feel it deep in my heart that he's lying, and it's so upsetting to me. Like, I'm really upset. Like,
Miss Randall, you, up until this point, were planning to pick up your entire life.
Yes.
And move to Miami with him
to
go forward.
Yes.
And this is breaking your heart.
Yes, this is really breaking my heart because, like, I'm the type of person where I wanted to, like, be in love with somebody and, like, grow together and, like, grow our life and our business together and stuff, and he just messing it up. Like, everything was good, and it's like, when you give your heart to somebody, then they just start, like, tripping, like...
I think at this point, we have enough evidence. And what we have is, you found another woman's panties in Mr. Tichenor's luggage when he came back from Miami. You found a picture of him kissing another woman, and you recently found a voicemail of another woman claiming to have had a great time with your boyfriend in Miami.
And if it's determined that he's cheating, you're done. Not just with the personal relationship, but with the business relationship as well. You're done.
Yeah.
And based on that, this court has done a full investigation to determine, is he cheating? So at this time, the court would like to recall private investigator Todd Reddy. Ron, would you please escort him into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. Todd Reddy.
Mr. Reddy? Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Your Honor. I have your results.
Oh, good.
Well, explain to us what you were able to investigate.
Well, what we did, Your Honors, we examined the panties for traces of semen. So in step number 1, we placed distilled water in the stained area of the panties. Then we extracted that distilled water into our testing cup in order to get a sample. Our final step, we placed a PSA test stick into the sample water in order to determine a result.
So what are we looking for with the PSA stick?
So what we're looking for, Your Honor, are 2 different indicators. A single line indicating a negative result of semen, or a double line indicating a positive result of traces of semen.
And so what did your results determine? All right.
Yeah. TSA.
Okay, but it's more.
Well, Mr. Tichener, that just shows that there was no semen in those particular pair of panties. It doesn't necessarily explain how or why they were in your possession, coming back from a trip from Miami. To further investigate this, the court also conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Tichener, and Mr. Reddy, you have those results, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Mr. Tichener was asked, did you have sexual intercourse with a woman whose panties were found in your luggage? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, his response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful.
Mr. Tichener was asked, did you have sexual intercourse with a woman who you were photographed kissing? What was his response to that question?
Deceptive.
Mr. Tichener.
What?
What?
Yeah, what? What were you doing with her? Did you have sex with that woman in Miami?
No, I did not, Your Honor. Just that kiss on the cheek.
You did not have sex with her? That wasn't a kiss on the cheek. Your mouth is open on this picture.
I didn't do anything.
Were you drunk? You don't remember?
The question asked about intercourse, and it says you were deceptive. Now, you weren't drunk when you took the polygraph examination, so you can't blame it on that.
I really don't know. I didn't...
All right. Mr. Tichener was asked from March 2017 until now, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your girlfriend, Mercedes Randall? What was his response?
Your Honor, his response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
So who was this?
This was my ex.
Your ex? Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
Sorry, like, for real? I'm done. Don't call me, don't text me, don't nothing.
Mr. Tichenour, I think she's done. And I think she's destroyed. And that's really horrible.
Mercedes, I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear it.
But hopefully in the future, maybe we can rekindle. I am human, I make mistakes, so.
Ms. Randall, my advice to you would be to go and talk to Dr. Jeff, get some counseling, some points so that you can move forward, because you deserve the very best. You are a queen, and we wish you the best.
And Mr. Tichenour, you know you've done her wrong. You know that. And so, even if you don't move forward with her, you have got to figure out how you're going to move forward with the next person. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned.